everyone, my name is Ata and you're watching Ata on Call. I am a registered nurse. I currently hold my BSN and actively enrolled in the nurse practitioner program, and I work as a travel nurse. But despite any job I've ever held, I've always found it important to have a side hustle. So if you're like me and you appreciate a new way to earn money and a new way to earn a bag, then this video is for you, because this is 30 big money side hustles for nurses. So the big thing is you have to keep in mind is that money is everywhere, but you have to have the mindset, the hustle, and the determination to turn a small idea into $1 million idea, and only you can do that part. I'm going to present the bones, some really great ideas. You just have to kind of do the work and do the research and put your own sauce on it so that it's unique and it's competitive. But every one of these ideas that I present has been done by someone. It's been done well, which means that there is a blueprint, which means it can be done again and it can be done even better. So don't get discouraged. Competition is good. That means there's money to be made. The big thing I will say is that you need to take notes. Like, I have notes I'll be looking at this entire time. You just have to pick something that resonates with you and go for it. Do your research, figure out what you need to get done to make it happen. I'm just gonna kind of go over 30 things that you can, I'm sure there's something that you can choose from. The thing is that this video is gonna be kind of long with 30 things to get through, so I'm gonna cut it up into 3 different videos, 10 ideas in each video. But yeah, that's really it. Let's get into it. Okay, let's get started. The very first side hustle that I have in mind is to be a nanny, but a nanny to the wealthy. When I was a travel nurse in LA, I was at the airport. I was flying home to Arizona for a little bit, and I was sitting next to this lady. We ended up talking, and she revealed to me that she's a nurse. And I was like, oh, you're a nurse? Like, you're going to Arizona? She's like, yeah, I'm going home for a while, but I'm here for the long haul. And I was like, oh, why? And she told me that she's been a peds nurse for like 15 years and, tons of experience with kids and babies. But now she works privately as a nanny to the wealthy for celebrities. And basically for parents who have given birth, they hire a nanny to stay long-term in their home. So after the baby's born, they have a full-time nanny to watch the baby, give medications, take appointments, get up in the middle of the night. But they like the fact that their nanny is a full-on nurse. They've been in the most horrific situations with children. They've worked in the ICU. They've performed CPR on babies. They've just done everything. So one of the big money-making side hustles is to be a private nanny for wealthy families. Imagine how much you would pay or charge to live in someone's house for 9 months, because that's how long she was going to be living with this family until that contract was up. And then after that, she had a family planned in New York City. She's been all over the world working as a nanny with very wealthy families. So if you have that kind of experience, I just think that's a great idea. If I had experience in peds, I would consider something like that, but I don't want experience in peds because it's just too stressful for me. So, nanny to the wealthy. My second side hustle would be medical spa slash IV hydration. I'm sure you've seen that a lot and everywhere online, but it is a great side hustle. Like, you make tons of money. People spend billions of dollars a year to look beautiful, to feel good, and especially now with everybody working from home or on Zoom, people are now seeing themselves more often and now wanting to take care of themselves just a little bit more because they're seeing things they didn't see before. So if you don't want to start out big, you can always start in a salon suite, build a clientele, and go on from there. But medical spa, IV hydration businesses are a growing field. The beauty industry is always growing, pandemic or not. So I would say if that's something you're interested in, figure out your niche, figure out who you want to cater to, what areas of the body you want to cater to. If you want to start with low overhead, or if you have those big bucks to spend on lasers and whatnot, then go that go that direction. Or you could just get a part-time job at a medical spa if you want to just do something fun and figure out if you like it or not. But those are great side hustle ideas that you can start small and grow into. Number 3 would be an immunization nurse. So that's not groundbreaking, but you can pick up a shift basically anywhere that has a pharmacy or community-based and give out vaccines. You can give out COVID, you can give out flu, whatever. And it's the time and it's the season for vaccinations, you know. So if you just want something small that you can pick up on a Saturday morning, do it. That is a side hustle that I've done, and you know, it's easy peasy. It makes great money, and you know, you can make great money depending on the hours and the agency you signed up based on the hourly pay. So let's go on to 4. I have telehealth nurse. You guys know I'm looking at my notes, right? Like, I can't remember all this. A telehealth nurse. Okay, RNs, NPs, anybody can do that, but NPs specifically, I have had girlfriends at the med spa I worked at who also on the side work as a telehealth nurse, and they are able to evaluate and triage and basically consult with patients regarding birth control, and if you know they fit the criteria, everything's okay and safe, they write the prescription. Just, you know, it's easy. They can log on for 3 hours on the weekend and make an extra little bag, because you can, when you're an NP, you have a little bit more weight to throw around and you make a little bit more doing something that as an RN you'd make a little bit less as. But if you decide to create your own consulting business or your own agency, that's a different story. But telehealth is booming right now. I've seen RNs get these kind of jobs, and a lot of them are part-time. So if you're looking for something part-time from home, get on the phone, then yes, telehealth would be an option. Let's see. The next one I have is dog walker. And that sounds crazy, right? Because it's like, okay, what does that have to do with me? I knew someone who had a travel nurse friend, this is before I was even a travel nurse, who was a dog walker in Miami. So she was living in Miami and living in a beautiful skyrise downtown Miami. And just on her spare time, she was like, you know, I kind of want to just like walk dogs for fun. And so she put up flyers in her building. And by like the end of the week, she had a ton of clients from the building who were all very successful. You know, they were all well-to-do, and she was able to set her price. And she was walking these dogs on her day off so much to where she was almost making more than her contracts. Like doing it so often and setting her own prices and doing it so like, I don't know the full story on it, but I know it's possible to do. You just have to figure out how to add like your flavor to it so it makes money. But I have heard it being done, and I've heard it being done really, really well. The next one is medical coding. And the reason why I said this is because a lot of nurses, especially at the last hospital I worked at, were leaving bedside to go and get a degree in technology and kind of merging nursing with technology. So they were working for companies like Epic. They were working for medical device companies because they want a nurse who knows that medical side of it and also knows the tech side of it. So if you can find little PRN jobs where you can do that, you might have to go back to school for it, but if not, maybe it's something you can be trained on and do it part-time. But I do think that's something to consider. The next one is a blog. And you know, this is one of those things where you have to plant the seed and wait a season for it to blossom and grow so you can eat the fruit from it. But so many people want to enter nursing. So many people now are doing their research. So when they Google a question and your blog comes up, your website comes up where they can educate themselves and gain answers, you slowly start to get money from these things, from exposure. So, and not only that, if it's not about the money and you right now just want to start as a hobby because you have something important to say and information to share, do that. And I think that is a great way to have a little side hustle that will bloom later. You just have to be consistent. You have to have great content. You have to, you know, find out ways to make sure that you're marketing so that your blog is front and center. So I'll let you do the research on it, but it is an option. The next one would be start your own Doula Services. And I don't know if you guys know what a doula is, but a doula is like, it's someone who kind of assists a mother with birth. Like sometimes it's all natural, sometimes it's not, but they can be in the delivery room to help mommy remember to breathe. They can give massages, they can set a vibe with music and, you know, lighting. You know, they just really create a birthing experience that was agreed upon between the parents and the doula. And so she just kind of assists you through that process well before you even give birth, so you kind of establish a relationship. But I know someone who created a doula service and also after mommy care. So after the baby was born, she stayed around. She helped the mother get dressed, helped the baby. When they went home, she made sure she had like really nutritious food that you would need after you give birth. She made sure the mom had, you know, clean sheets. Like it was like full-on service, house service with the baby. And some people, some doulas take it a step further in preparing placenta, like encapsulating it so that the mother can swallow it. It's supposed to have tons of nutritional benefits. You don't have to take it that far, but I'm just saying services you could offer. There's also like nutrition bars, just all sorts of, you have to again put your own flavor on it, but I'm just saying things out there. And just the normal person, we might be like, that's crazy, why would I pay for that? But when people have extra money to spend, they pay for a lot of things that the regular person would not pay for. So just keep that in mind. Don't let anyone talk you out of a good idea. You're the one who has to stay persistent on it. The next one and the last one is a nurse tutor. So if you're good at something, like you've been a nurse for a long time, you've been a nurse for 3 years, but you really know your stuff, you can go on websites like Udemy, Chegg, things like that, and create courses, or just like Tutor. Set out like an ad online, or an ad in the library, or an ad at school where you can tutor in chemistry, you can tutor in anatomy, physiology for those waiting to apply, or you can tutor for NCLEX, or you can get involved with schools and set up like after school tutor programs. Again, you have to make it your own, but there are a lot of nurses and a lot of people who would pay for that kind of service, especially if they're struggling in nursing school, struggling with the prereqs to get into nursing school. So keep that in mind. Even the math, you know, nursing math can be difficult for some people. So if you were really good at that and you know how to, you're patient and you know how to teach math in different ways so that someone could understand, that is a great idea. I think that's it for this video. The next video will be the next 10, and then the last video will be the last 10. I hope you all liked. Just remember, there's no one more special than you. Anything that anyone else has created, you can create. And don't get in that mindset, oh, someone's already done it. That's fine. There's space for everyone. So if you like this, please like the video, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate you so much. Have a great day. Bye.